Good morning and welcome to this Knowledge Insight series session. Let me introduce myself. My name is Preetha. I am a postgraduate with a specialization in statistics. Currently, I am working as a data science associate in an organization called Grid Analytics India Private Limited. Today, I will be talking about database connection and integration. So, before getting started, let me give you a quick walkthrough about the database connectivity. Data acquisition involves that importing data from files and databases into analytical tools. And today, I will briefly explain data acquisition using Statistica, a visual data science platform with no code and low code capabilities. And I will show you how to establish a connectivity between Statistica and the SQL. I will also establish the connection between R and the SQL and the Python and the SQL. For that, I will use the several libraries. So let us first connect. Let us first upload a dataset in the MySQL. So in the MySQL section, in the left hand side pane, we have a few several schemas. Suppose we have cold data. I have made the Statistica. This is all this cold data and Statistica called schemas, and under every schema there remains tables. So suppose we have cold data, and under the cold data schema we have cyclone 1, cyclone 2, and cyclone 4. So next, what I will do, I will add another cyclone data called cyclone 3 inside the cold data and upload it in our Statistica. So for that, in the table data import wizard, I will upload the cyclone 3 data. Then next, so it will create another new table cyclone 3 under the cold data schema. These are all that will extract the column names and the row names as it is. The following two tasks will be done: import preparation and the import the data file. So the data import part is being happening. So the task has been finished. So the cold under the cold data schema, cyclone 3 has been created. It is showing that 1000 records have been imported. So now what we want to get using the no code low code visual data science tool called Statistica, we will import that cyclone 3 from the cold data. So for that, we need to connect our Statistica with the MySQL. So this is how it is done. You are clicking open in the ribbon bar of Statistica, then open external data, create query. A dialog box will come after a little while. It takes a little time to be seen the dialog box. Okay, now this database connection dialog box has come. We will just click OK. And now here in the query one Statistica query, we are seeing that what we have made inside the MySQL, so cold data, as I have just uploaded the Cyclone 3. So now our task is to upload the Cyclone 3 in the Statistica. So we will be just clicking and the dragging the necessary columns we want in Statistica. We can upload all the columns simultaneously, or we can just choose what are the columns we want. We can take all the columns together, or we can just take the columns of our own choice. Now in the below, if you preview the data, we can see the necessary columns we have chosen. Similarly, without clicking and dragging, we can see that in the below, the automatically the SQL statement has been generated. If we just copy it and switch our mode, then the Statistica's query writing page will switch from clicking and dragging to the query writing. So here it is already written the code. Just running the code also we can serve our purpose. So now we will run the code. Next, returning external data to spreadsheet. Now if we run it, we can get the Cyclone 3 data inside the Statistica. So what column we have chosen from 1 to 8, date, time, cold flow to up to total secondary air. We didn't choose all the columns. So all the necessary columns have been uploaded.
Preeta, sorry to for the interruption. Not because this is not the process we are doing for the Statistica. Our purpose, like how we can import the data from the database,
Hmm.
right? And we are making the data ready for further analysis.
Okay.
It is not meant for Statistica, right? So
Yes, sir.
any of the software you use,
Hmm.
right? You need to bring your data from the source, right?
Okay, sir.
So it is not only meant for the Statistica.
Hmm.
So this is how you can bring your
Okay.
required
Any
data
of your
from a
data set?
database
Yes.
to any of the software. Since currently we have been using Statistica,
Hmm.
right? So we are naming Statistica, but this should be follow the process from a database connection, how you can do easily
Okay.
without having the knowledge of the database. Also, you can import
Hmm.
your data from a database to the currently Statistica, but the process will follow for any of the no
Yes.
or low coding tool. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Please carry on.
So next, as our sir has mentioned, that using the similar manner, we can connect R and the Python to the SQL for acquiring the database from SQL for the further analysis. So now, after Statistica, I will be showing it in the R platform. So I am using currently R5.1 version. So in order to establish a connection in R, we need two library called library DBI and the library RMySQL. Now, if we run this, so what it is showing that if I install the package DBI and RMySQL, it is just has a one warning message that these two library can be operated in the R version 4.4.3 or more. So you need to have R version 4.4.3. So next, if I run the connectivity, if I now for the establishment part, I wrote this command, and next I have established the connectivity to the SQL using this command.
Pritha,
Now,
for you just explain the line by line.
okay, okay. So for the is for establishing the connectivity to the SQL using R, so I wrote this command like dbconnect is the function, and next what is the host which is mentioned in your MySQL is your local host. Your username is root, and this is password chosen by me, and db name is equal means your database name. So as I have shown you, database name means your schema in your left hand panel, that is cold data. That is, you want to acquire your data set from your cold data database. And next is port number, which is also given in by default in your MySQL. Next, DB list tables con means those data you are acquiring, you want it in the tabular format. That is why you wrote this DB list tables command. Next, in the next the command is col1 db read table con and cyclone1. So you want to acquire the cyclone1 table from your cold data. So that is why you wrote this command. Next, you wrote the head col1. This means that you want the header or your column names as your variable. Next, it will give you as a string. And next, this col subject, you wrote this date, time, col flow. These are all the necessary columns you want to acquire. You are not interested in all the columns. You only want to extract 4 columns from the dataset. So you give the column names 4. So if you run all of this column, you will get. And if you run this column, you will get. First, it has made the connection. Next, it acquired the dataset. And next, it will upload all the 1,000 rows for the last 4 columns. So it has just omitted the 924 rows. You can by giving tail command, you can see the last 10 rows
Okay,
also.
fine,
And
fine, Pritha. Please carry on. Please carry on with.
so next I will be showing how to establish the connection in Python. So for that I use Jupyter notebook. So in order to establish the connectivity, we need 2 libraries called MySQL connector and the Python pandas. Next, I imported mysql.connector and I imported pandas as PD. Next, I established the connection. In the same manner, this is the function mysql.connector.connect. We have to write the host name is localhost, your username and your password. Since you want to acquire the data database from cold data, and next is your port number by default. Next, if you print that connected to MySQL, if the connection is established, in the output section it will be showing that connected to MySQL. So your Python is now has been connected to the MySQL. Next is the query. Now you want to select the cyclone1 from your cold data. So you just wrote the command that you want to select cyclone1, and next is df is equal to pd.read SQL, so that the Python read the all the column and the rows from the cyclone1. So if you run this column, you will get your data. You are getting first 4 rows because of the space, but your dataset has already been uploaded. So in order to check that, you just give df.tail 10, means it will give you the last 10 rows of the data. So you have 1,000 rows, it will give you last 10 rows, means from 990 to 999. So it is giving you all the 10 rows in the last. And next, in order to check whether the data has been uploaded successfully or not, If you just put the df.shape command, it will give you how many rows and columns of the dataset are there. So you have 1000 rows and 13 columns are there. So this is how we can connect that MySQL or the database using R, Python and the Statistica. Thank you.
Pritha, for this workspace node also you can show quickly, even if it is displaying the 10 rows.
Yes, sir. Let
Okay,
me
please.
even using Statisticas, the no-code, low-code tool, the workspace interface, we can also connect our database. For that, using Node browser, clicking all, suppose in the data section, clicking import data. Next, if we click the database connector, now as we have already seen in our cyclone data, we have 1000 rows. In the cyclone, in our cold data, cyclone 1 has 1000 rows. So we will write it 1000. Next, if we click OK, and if we run the command, so it will ask you to connect. Now we will connect it to the Microsoft OLEDB provider for ODBC drivers as Statistica connect to MySQL with the help of ODBC drivers. Then next, now we will establish the connection. Our data source name is MySQL. My username is root and my password. Next, let's check whether the connection is established. So test connection succeeded. Okay. Next, we will be clicking OK. Now, suppose from the cold data schema, I want to again acquire the cold cyclone one. Suppose we just want to acquire the cold flow, primary air, and suppose the tertiary airflow. So we just are interested in all the 4 columns. So now we can preview the data also in the below. Now if we run the command, suppose it is giving 1 rows. Now suppose if we change a little bit, suppose we change the server side to the client side. And then OK. And now if we run it, then we can have few more rows. So using all these options randomly, we can have all the rows together and the likewise. So it is just a random heat and trial method. Suppose we click the batch optimistic and then if we click OK. Now if we run our code, it is giving 10 rows.
Specification, cache size. You increase the cache size, Pritha.
Cache size.
Now you run one. Go to the query option. No, no. Close this. One sec, one sec.
And we can just uncheck these two box, asynchronous query and asynchronous fetch, and then we can see whether it is giving the full rows or not.
Okay, just give it a try.
It is giving the still
No,
the
no, no
same.
problem. Okay, fine. So we can conclude.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Preeta.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So we'll do it tomorrow, means day after tomorrow, the other that data exploration part,
Hmm.
right?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Right. Today you can take the task of the data transformation.
Okay.
So how many techniques are supported by Statistica for the data transformation?
Sir, log transformation, Boxcox transformation is what I know, and
Fine.
next I have to
Yeah, so
explore.
we have we have customized the Statistica also. Like we have
Okay.
customized one, we have included. We have customized one